You can hear the heron. Those are white swans. Little ducks. There's a variety of different ducks on this creek. I can still hear the heron. There it is. So much noise. That heron was so noisy. Could hear it coming from like a good distance away, and it was just getting closer and closer and closer, squawking the whole time. I don't know why they do that, but they let everybody know, hey, I'm a big bird of prey here and I'm coming through, so look out. Those things have such a powerful strike and such a pointy beak that they can do a lot of damage. I've got one friend in Alberta who told me that he's seen them literally hunting squirrels or chipmunks. They'll just stand there like all straight and perfectly still, and a random squirrel will come by looking for something, and then it'll just pulverize it with its beak. That's brutal. Nature is harsh. Wildlife can be brutal. I've seen it. I've seen that heron in action many times on the creek, and they sit so still for so long, and then as soon as they see something that they could eat, like a frog, there's a lot of frogs in this creek, leeches, I've seen salamanders. I had a salamander come right down into my place. There's like an area, I'm sitting on the deck, and there's a big room underneath below the deck here, so it's half inside, half outside, kind of, it's covered. And it's a storage area, and I roll my weed in there, and I've had a snake try to get in there, a little baby snake. That was crazy. It's just the weirdest little thing. I came out the door, and I was still super manic, and it was in June, and there was a little snake, little garter snake, like that big, trying to get down at my weed, and I'm like, no, serpent, not this time. Can't have the weed, man. Picked it up and threw it in the garden, and I ended up seeing like a good 10 plus snakes out in the wild this year. Big garter snakes, little ones, a couple squashed ones on the road. Like, it was the year of the snake, and I saw more snakes than I have in a long time, other than that one time. I was doing land surveying, so holding up the pole, and buddies on the other end. My friend Chris, who I worked with, who I haven't seen in way too long. So many people I haven't seen in way too long. He was the main guy, and I'm the guy running around doing all the stick work. And all of a sudden, I walk up, and we're where Ritchie Brothers is here in Chilliwack. This is my California Adventure Park mug that I got about 12 years ago when I went to Disneyland on a family trip. The snakes, walking up with my stick, and all of a sudden this big black thing squiggles and moves in front of me. Like, what the heck? It's a snake! Startled me big time. And then I looked down the side of the ravine, and this is near the highway, getting out of town. There's a big ravine there, and what's up, buddies? Big ravine, and I look down, and there are hundreds and hundreds of snakes, all sitting there in the sun, some moving, mostly they're all just sitting still. And there's this mound of black garter snakes, were all like full grown, as big as they come, and they were all out in the sun. And I thought I was in like Indiana Jones. What was it? Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I hate snakes. Like, he hated snakes, right? And that is the memorable snake scene. So many snakes in that movie. And I hadn't seen all that. I hadn't really seen any in the wild till this summer. It's a murder. So yeah, there was the snake, and then there was a salamander that tried to get in. And I've seen the heron eating all of these things on the creek, but they'll be mostly still. And oh, you could hear it. Just flew over the house over there. They know I'm talking about them. Wearing my Snuggie again. I live in this thing in the wintertime. Thank you, my sister Michelle. Keeps me warm-ish. There we go. We're going to come through to the other side. Let's do a little zoom out. Are they? Sometimes they land in the trees. You can hear seagulls. Like, I'm trying to do a little vlog here, and the birds are definitely distracting. And I like this distance. I feel more comfortable with this distance. Not so close in my face, because my teeth are so shitty right now till I get the new work done. There it is. Seagulls are chasing after it. You can hear it. Whoa. Where are you going, friend? Sorry, it's gonna be a little Blair Witch Project-y here. Trying to zoom in on that guy. Maybe the heron will come in. Maybe the heron will come right down. Oh, yeah, seagull's chasing it around. Hi, Lefty. Soaring over the house. Flying around. That's why the seagulls were freaking out. See? Nature, man, it's brutal. Well, that was fun. I just really want that heron to come back down now. They haven't come and visited the backyard for a little while. It's been the longest we've gone in a while. I even went and bought sardines. And I was saying about the teeth. They're getting fixed. I had dentures before. But I was really quite overweight at the time. Overweight for me anyways. With the meds that I was on, I was up to, I don't know, 175, which is a lot for me. I've always been like 135, 140, which is a little low. But I'd rather be a little low than quite a bit too high in terms of weight. In terms of mood, I'd rather be too high than too low. But I don't want to be either. I want to just kind of be how I am now. But the dentures that I had don't fit at all anymore, and then the medication destroyed the rest of the teeth that I've got, so I've literally got just a few in the front. And when the camera's up close, in some of my other videos, you know, my mom said it's funny because when we talk to people, we don't notice anything until we don't notice their teeth really a lot until they're shitty, and then we do notice it. If they're normal, or if they're fine, or if they're really good, we don't really, it's whatever. But if they're shit, it's like, oh, what happened there, man? Why'd you let yourself go like that? And a part of it was me letting myself go. I knew my teeth were doomed a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And so be it. So I am definitely partially to blame for all this. And live with the repercussions therein. Come back to this. Where you going? Hey, gang. Go, go, go. Dirt. Alright, well, it's getting on in the day, and it's getting much warmer. A couple degrees warmer, so it's a little more tolerable sitting out here. Can't really complain with 0-degree weather. There are a lot of other colder places in this world, so I've gotten climatized too. And I've graduated from coffee to Coca-Cola, as I've had my quota of 2 cups of coffee earlier in the day. If I have it earlier in the day, it makes me pee less, because coffee is a diuretic. And I find if I have coffee later in the day, it's not really the caffeine that's a problem. It doesn't really keep me awake. I've got medications to that make me sleep, or help me sleep. Part of my regime is to take Seroquel at bedtime with something called valproic acid, which is a hardcore name. but it's just a mood stabilizer that keeps things level. And I take it twice a day. I take it in the morning, I take it at night, and it's a mood stabilizer, otherwise known as Divel Pro X. And Seroquel is a classic one that a lot of people know about. A lot of people take it to help them sleep at night. And I take like 75 milligrams, not a lot, but just enough at bedtime. Knocks me out for a while. And when I wake up, I don't usually wake right up. I sleep a little more, and then I get up. Yeah, so that's kind of my med regime. Also something called Abilify, which is in my morning regime. Take that with the valproic acid, and we keep everything, we keep the hamsters all occupied. We don't think that we're the second coming. We don't think that everybody is following me or anything like that. And I don't get too low anymore, which is good, because on the lithium I got really low for a while there, and really in my own head, and I couldn't do anything like this. I'm really putting myself out there doing something like this, but I've wanted to do something like this for a long time. I've got a lot of stories from my past, and a lot of people have challenged me to kind of put myself out there maybe and share back what I've gone through with my bipolar disorder and mental health and life and spirituality and everything, because it all ties together and it's all part of who I am. I was just looking back over what I'd already filmed earlier on today, and there's a lot of activity back here today with the raccoons and the heron, and the ducks have made their way around. I'm hearing gunshots in the distance from the farmers. They get really irritated by birds landing in their fields, and as I saw a few days ago in the field behind me here, thousands of geese coming to land. Hundreds and hundreds, maybe not 2,000, but over 1,000, I estimate. I just took screen caps and I counted kind of, and I multiply that by, and it was just like, couldn't count them. Couldn't Rain Man it. I love quoting that movie sometimes, just Rain Man skills. When you grab the perfect amount that you need, and you count it out, and you're like, that's exactly how Rain Man did. Anyways, yeah, I love it back here. So, Mom's just asked if I could go into town and pick up a few things, because we got a few family members coming over tomorrow. My stepsisters and their guys and some of their kids that are not really, they're teenagers now. They're still kids, but they're pretty much men. So it'll be cool to see them. We don't see them too much, so you know, it's kind of awkward a little bit when you haven't seen people in a while that are family. But you break the ice and you get into just chatting, and time goes by, and you enjoy each other's company, and you end on hugs and love you and see you next time. Keep in touch. So yeah, I'm gonna get myself prepared to head out the door and see what's going on at FRESHCO. It's where I like to shop here in Chilliwack, FRESHCO. Yeah, it's a smaller store, less expensive store, and it's got everything we need, Mom and I. Cool. Just leaving FRESHCO. Not too busy. Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock. Good time to go. Now I gotta carefully not hit people. Hitting people falls under the not good category. And I just got my license back because they were probably afraid that I could hit people. Not that I'd ever dream of doing such a thing intentionally. Anyways, got pretty much everything Mom hoped for, except for one thing, and that is Fanta Pineapple. It's like a pineapple flavored pop put out by Fanta, which is a Coke product, which is really good. It's a really good pineapple pop. But they were very much sold out. So I got iced tea and ginger ale. And I got Coca-Cola, and I still do have some pineapple Fanta at home. And they're not sugar fiends anyway, so the water's really good. Coffee and tea are really good. First world problems. That's what I call it. First world problems. Oh no. Cold. I wonder if it's gonna snow because it feels like it's hovering around 0. Clouds are coming in a little more, but the mountains look pretty clear, and if the mountains are clear, usually it doesn't mean we're seeing snow down here. The snow line's really low. There's still snow on the ground from the little dusting that we had the night before last. Yeah, quiet in the world. 121.9. Gas is coming down even more. That's good. 121.9 per liter. Not as cheap as the States, though. Man, we don't have it easy. But I was in England last year, and it worked out to, I think, like $2.30 plus a liter. It was unreal. It's like, this is just too much. So I'm trying not to worry about anything. I've sent some messages out to some old friends. One is a really good old friend of mine. Her and I haven't talked in a while. We're just not going to talk anymore, I don't think. It's just how it has to be. But I sent a little birthday message out yesterday because it was their birthday, and they had unblocked me on Instagram, which makes me think, well, if I'm unblocked on Instagram, they've been able to see what I'm up to. I don't know what they're up to, but I haven't kept much a secret as to what I've been up to in my life. I've gone through crazy shit, and now I'm back to being me, and I'm talking about it. I'm using my social media now as kind of a platform for getting my thoughts out and raising awareness about this mental illness shit that's creeping up on everybody. Mine's been intense. My bipolar disorder, as it's called. But I reached out to this person on their birthday, and she saw the message eventually and proceeded to today block me again, which I expected and I'm totally cool with. And I just deleted everything after that. Just deleted the whole history of all the messages going back to whenever it started. Not that I ever really looked back on them, but I don't want to. I have dreams about this person a lot. Nothing bad, nothing kinky, nothing wrong. But they're not necessarily always good dreams. They always end in like some sort of fight or some sort of like anxiety in your dream. And dream anxiety is almost just as real anxiety. You get those dreams where you're like, they're so intense and it seems so real, and you're having an anxiety attack in your dream, and you wake up and you're feeling anxious because it happened in your dream, and your mind is actually experiencing it for real, just without the physical world happening. They've done studies on this to show that if you go to work in your dream, you know, you're having a work dream. For me, it was always server dreams, going back to Boston Pizza, and I'm back. I don't know the table numbers anymore. The whole restaurant layout's changed. and it turns into like anxiety, and it doesn't work out. But I've figured out a way to wake up from these dreams and snap out of it. I just kind of tell myself, this is a dream. This isn't reality. This is a dream. Wake up. And I oftentimes do wake up and wake myself out of these very vivid, often lucid dreams. And I have frequent dreams about this person because we spend so much of each other's lives with one another, hanging out. Without any sort of title other than we were friends. Don't want to get into all that, but yeah. Le blocked. It's okay. It's what's got to happen. It's all part of my leveling up and moving on. I want to be more present. I always want to try to be more present and look to the future now, rather than clinging to this past and people of the past and hoping things from the past can, you know, come back and be fixed in the present so that they have a better future. And I'm like, no. Some things are meant to be left in the past. They'll always be part of my life. They'll always be part of my journey to get to here and now. But yeah, gotta move on, man. Live in the now, bro. Like Wayne's World. Live in the now. Almost home. I keep running out of memory on my phone doing these little videos and then trying to turn them into bigger, longer form videos with the program I got called Viva Video. And I paid a subscription for this program, this app, Viva Video, and it makes videos out of pictures, out of videos. You can combine them, make them, you know, make full-length videos. And it's got all sorts of tricks to it, all sorts of things you can do. And since I put it in my phone, I'm like, why am I running out of memory like so easily? Every time I do anything like this, it's like memory alert, gotta delete something, gotta move something to my backup drive or whatever I've got for backup right now. And I don't back up everything because that's just, I mean, I back up some things, but anyways. Yeah, so I look in my phone and I'm like, what's taking up all the space? And I look at my apps, and this Viva Video is 39.8 gigabytes of space. 40 gigs for one app. I had no idea it was that large. That's what she said. I didn't realize it was going to be 40 gigs when I paid the $40+ for it for the year. I mean, I've got it now. I'll work with it. Facebook Messenger was the next biggest app on there, and it was like 9 gigs, which that kind of surprised me too. The Messenger was almost 10 gigs. I've got like 128 gigs of storage on my phone. Like a lot of people. Most people have 128, I think. It's a Samsung Galaxy S25 that I'm using, and I love this phone. So we're looking at a 40 gig app that I'm using to make these clips of videos into longer videos with transitions and whatever I do. Back home, I'm gonna probably roll one up. Go slow. I'm pretty impressed with this little corner spot that I found between the door and the dashboard and the steering wheel. So far the phone has yet to fall from this prop spot, and this doesn't go back up on its own, so I look like a dork. Probably sound like one too. Is what it is. Well, it's not even 4:45. It's like 4:42. You can see how dark it is. But technically, the days are getting brighter. As the further we get away from December 21st, as we head to 21st of June, the days get brighter. So, with it getting darker, I get tired. It's time for a little late afternoon, early evening nap. And I'm going to just wrap up my vlogging for the day and throw this together into some package. And thanks for watching. If you've gotten this far, just hang in there. I'm okay. No, I appreciate it, and lots of love. Peace out. Alright, well, I solved a little mystery as to why my video making app was up to 40 gigs of memory usage. I'm like, why is this thing taking up so much space? It's just a little app. I mean, it does a lot for you, but it's just a little app. What's going on? And then I went a little further, deep diving into my phone, and realized that I had all this data stored up in the app because I've been using the program a lot since I got it a few weeks ago. I've made a lot of videos with it. Music videos that aren't really full-out videos. They're just like still images that transition to new images when the song changes. It's like the cover art matches the song that's playing for the music mixes. But for these videos, like I take, you know, a 5-minute clip here, a 7-minute clip there. I've done a few that are like 15-20 minutes where I'm just flapping my gums like this and coming up for a bit of air, going on tangents, coming back. All in the name of getting things off my chest, talking about my memoirs, but also helping raise awareness on mental health, and especially this thing that's called bipolar disorder. You know, this isn't woe is me, it's just me telling stories, and I got some cool stories to share. And I've got some, I'm going to post this, you know, probably before I post the stuff I did over Christmas, just because doesn't matter when I share it or when I post it. It's up to me. It doesn't have to be sequential, streamlined into time like that. So why is this program taking up 40 gigs? Well, there's all this data in it from me using it, and I went in and cleared the data. So when I went back into the app, it was like it was brand new, but it still knew who I was. It still knew that I'm a VIP, that I've paid for it, that I don't have to reinstall or sign back in through Facebook or use a password or anything. It just started working again. And my phone went right back down to like half full rather than 90% plus full. And I do a little video, and all of a sudden I can't do anything on my phone anymore because it's full. First world problem. That's all we got. First world problems. So I'm relieved. That's an extreme word. I'm happy that I figured that out. And now that I think about it, the reason why the Facebook Messenger app would have about 9 gigs of data stored in it, also because there's just data that doesn't need to be there anymore. And I can go and fix that too. So, cool. I've done tech support before, but I haven't done a lot in a long time. And there's all this new technology and new ways of doing things and clearing data and your cache and all the things that make your internet and your phones and your devices work faster and better, more efficiently. So, yeah, it's been a good day. Haven't accomplished a lot. Just been doing this, and we'll just wrap it up at that for now. Oh yeah, thanks for watching too, and subscribe if you'd like to keep following me in my journey, and hopefully I can get enough subscribers here. I want to start going live from different venues that I'm going to, and going to be going to. Now that I can get around in my car, I can go all sorts of spots that I like, and I can show the world where I am. Not that anybody really cares that much, but it's cool. It's kind of fun to do. So I'll just end it at that. Have a great one.